Oh, there we go.
All right, and we're live.
Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen, summoners of all ages. Welcome to our match for this evening. We're having some technical difficulties. I am Frank, the Great Grizzly of the North. Ladies and gentlemen, the black box you see above you is John, and we will get him on camera as soon as we can.
Yeah, this is gonna look funky for just a second. While I go and hopefully my camera will magically work. It does not. See my beautiful face right there. It's not. Yeah, it's not supposed to happen.
Well, it is what it is.
I'll leave it for the meantime, and I'll
just so you know, if you don't know yet, this is Team 11 versus Team Blackstar, and we are going to go right to the action. Right now, we have a Thresh and Mumu Katarina ban for blue team, Nautilus Soraka Blitzcrank on purple. Sethanoid trolling just a little as always, siphoning through character, shifting, all that fun stuff. Fair warning, because I am Skyping into this situation, I will not be able to read your chat very easily. But John should be able to.
I can read it just fine. I'm looking at it right now.
Excellent. Alrighty, we have a Sethanoid favorite pick of Hecarim. I've seen him play Hecarim a couple times. He is a destructive force. On purple team, I have not actually seen any of them play to my knowledge, and we have first pick of Wukong.
Yeah, I have not seen anyone on the purple team play either. So this will be interesting. Looks like second pick will be Vladimir.
I think it'll be very interesting. I would wager that we're going to see a very standard Vladimir mid, Wukong top. But, you know, they could try and swap it up a little bit. They really could. Because I have seen Wukong go mid before. It hasn't always been to the greatest effect, but it really could change on them. Per blue team, we see Lux and Ezreal. And I wonder if we're going to have a Lux Ezreal bot or Ezreal mid, or Ezreal bot, Lux mid, pardon me, because Lux does have exhaust.
And now we're seeing a pick of Dr. Mundo. One of my personal favorite to watch. Can't really play him all that well, but always interesting. I'm going to say from Smite, that's possibly our jungler for purple team.
I would say Charles is the jungler unless they do a swap. We also have Vayne, and back to blue we have Darius. Which now looking at Darius, they might want to pull a Wukong mid and a Vladimir top. Just for the range that Vladimir has and the sustain against someone like Darius. So, John, for the sake of everybody at home, what is your level in this game?
I am within like 50 points of becoming level 17. I've been playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's almost level 17.
Almost
so
17.
Any faux pas on either of our part, please forgive us.
Yes, I've been playing since September because my lovely roommate was just like, hey, you should play this, and well, here I am, guys. So, alright, looks like we have a pick of Rise and a final pick on purple team for Nunu. Exciting, exciting.
I'm a little quiet right now. I'm on the UC League page trying to get things. Make sure people know that we have a casting swap. Apparently it never posted.
And it looks like we have 13 viewers. Shout out to everyone who's watching on Twitch tonight. Feel free to ask us questions, any of that good stuff in the chat. I'll be staring at it. My buddy Grizzly down there might not be able to read as easily. I got you covered. Alright, we anticipate this match as the final seconds tick down here. And we'll get everyone loaded in and we'll get this game started. Alright, great Grizzly of the North.
Yes. Now we get to go to our the most fun-filled thing ever.
Right?
The 3-minute wait.
Who do you think's gonna win? Looking at blue team and purple team.
Why are there dogs in the chat?
What?
That's my first question.
Why?
Hey, am I not as beautiful as Mangrease? That hurts me.
No,
Just a little.
you are just as beautiful as Man Grease. That beard, man. That beard is just beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I mean, hey, Mangrease, that you're watching the chat. Uh, what up? Anyhow,
Yep.
going back to the game and being professional and all that jazz. Who does professional?
Right.
Anyhow,
Well,
uh,
blue purple.
hmm. I have seen Sethanoid play Hecarim, and it honestly might have been a mistake for Purple Team to not ban Hecarim. Because Sethanoid, if he gets a couple kills, he can start snowballing incredibly quickly. I've seen that from him multiple times. I've seen Horse Thief Jack play Ezreal before. He's a force to be reckoned with. I don't recall seeing Darius, Lux, or Rise. I might have seen Lux actually, but just on the actual the combination of the champions, champion wise, I might have to give it to blue team or purple team. Sorry, purple team, because Mundo can use his ult to get in there very quickly, soak up lots and lots of the damage. The Vladimir ult is going to increase the damage from everyone, hurting them a lot. And then a Wukong Nunu ult timed pretty well with the knockup and the slow, and just the damage of a fully channeled Nunu ult could be destructive. But honestly, I might have to give this to blue team right now, just having seen blue team play, having seen them just honestly wreck a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to have to roll along the same lines as you. I've never seen anyone on purple team play. I've seen a few people on the blue team play, and they've always destroyed people. I've always liked what I've seen. I've seen the Lux. I've seen the Ezreal. Yeah, that calling that Lux mid perhaps, and
Nah, I would say we're going Rise mid this time because Lux
Rise.
has the exhaust and Rise has Ignite.
Ooh, might be right.
And
That
also something I
combination,
didn't
I'm
think
liking.
about, there is a lot of CC on blue team. There really is. With like hard CC snares. We have Ruin Prison and Lux's Snare, which is escaping me right at this moment.
Yeah.
Light Prison? Maybe? Or no, that's her shield, I believe. Something Prison is her shield. Oh well. Now we're going to talk about the skim battles, and then I have to leave for just a moment. But I will be
All
back
right.
post haste. Alrighty. Sathanoid with his seeming favorite of Headless Hecarim.
We have a TPA Ezreal. I'm liking that skin. I've seen it. I'm just like, woo, that's awesome. We got the Bioforged Darius. Also digging it.
I don't know. General Wukong. General Wukong is pretty awesome skin, but
Trying
as
to.
we've all understood in this game, it is pay to win. Whoever has the most and best skins automatically wins. And looking at it, I might have to give that to blue team too, with the TPA Ezreal and the Headless Hecarim, because I've never really been a huge fan of Bioforge Darius, to tell the truth.
Yeah, that screen is off. Give
Did
me
you
two.
swap to the full screen?
Yeah, that's kind of strange. It's not supposed to happen. There we go.
Yep. It's
That
probably
should
just
work.
a slight delay.
Yeah, there we
Ladies and gentlemen,
go. That's what I like to see.
Ladies
There
and
we go.
gentlemen, once again, I am Skyping in. I am leaving all the running to John. So if there's a little bit of mishap here and there,
It.
please forgive us.
Yes, please
I'm
forgive us.
learning because I haven't done this a whole bunch.
And this is my
He's
first
learning
time,
because it's his
so
first time.
yeah, please have
Yeah,
some mercy on me.
have no mercy.
Have no mercy.
Pain is the best teacher.
Thank you, co-caster.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Yes,
Alrighty,
I
we
have
are
a.
just about to start this up. I will not be leaving after all,
All right,
because I thought it might take a minute longer, but that's fine.
all right, and here we go.
John, I forgot to mention this to you.
Yeah,
Unless there's some ganks or something coming in that we automatically got to move the screen,
yep, I'm leaving it on direct to
just,
camera.
yep.
Yep,
Also,
gotcha.
for everybody, this is something I learned from them.
Nope,
You
I'm
might want to reorder where people are putting in that center screen, putting top to the top, so Darius on blue team to the top. And all you have to do is, in that center screen, put your cursor over the little square that's their face and
Yep.
drag it wherever it needs to go.
And people
It
are
is.
scrambling around. Hard to get. Yep, and that rise mid. You called it. There we go. Dude. Yeah, I'm still trying to find it. They're all scrambling around.
Yep. Honestly,
Looks
oh,
like
this
they
is
might
interesting.
be
There's
gang
a
it. They're
Vader. Why is
gonna
he
gang
getting
up.
caught
Here's
out?
first blood.
He's gonna have to
Oh,
burn his flash.
30 seconds
burn
until
flash,
minions
and that
spawn.
was at exactly 1 minute. So, but blue team knows that purple is standing by, ready to hit something.
Pretty much. And that's why Sethanoid is calling for that blue, because purple right now is set up to try and get him when they go back for that blue. Sethanoid making a very intelligent choice. Like I said, I've seen him jungle, and he often makes excellent choices when it comes to jungling. And Darius is just going to hang out by his tower, which is probably the smartest thing he can do right now.
Yeah, he's not too worried about anything.
Ooh. So purple team is going to back off, and they appear to be heading directly for the blue right now. Blue team has got to get out of there fast. And I don't know if they're going to make it. It's going to be a 5v4.
Yep, they are standing by, waiting for it, and
But
here
they
we
have
go,
the vision. And, oh!
Oh, you have a
First
first
blood,
blood
go to blue.
already. Goes to blue, right.
Luck's having a burner flash, getting caught up.
Luck,
Luck's
bang,
maybe
Luck
going
goes
down. Luck,
Jeez. Folks, I think you're in for an exciting game. We've already got some kills, and it hasn't even hit 3 minutes yet. It looks like everyone is going to head off and stick to their respective towers. Let me rearrange all of this down at the bottom of the screen for y'all so you can get a better feel of what's going on.
Mundo's starting at his red now. Giving up on that blue. Mundo is taking a lot of damage from that red. Yep. That first blood to blue team was a very important thing, especially with Rise in the middle.
Absolutely, and you can see blue is just a little bit ahead in purple in terms of gold. And they just need to keep hacking away to keep it up. Mind you, it doesn't matter too much as we're only 3 minutes into the match, but it is something to look for when we get more towards about 10 minutes.
Also, as I said, having seen blue team play before, a lot of damage going on to Darius. But having seen blue team play before, that is one of their larger strategies that they try and do. They try and force the tower often, trying to force that CS down.
It looks like Rice is getting a little hand in right there on Vladimir. Vladimir's down to about the third of his total health, so he's going to want to stick to his turret, avoid getting killed, and have the guys capitalize on that. Like Dr. Mundo has red and blue box. As Darius, be careful.
Darius burned his ignite a little bit early. I don't know if he was thinking he could get that or if he's just trying to push Wukong out of the lane. And Wukong is not budging.
Yeah, even he is down to under 150 health.
And he spent his money on a Doran's Blade. He does not have a lot of sustain here.
He does not. Most of the others have some sort of healing potion, but yeah, Wukong and Vayne picked up that kill for purple team, but he's gonna have to depend on his own.
Mundo trying to force something up top. Darius did not buy any wards. Darius is going to see him, and he's not going to get hit by the cleaver. Darius is going to make it out of there pretty easy.
Perhaps. Oh, Dr. Mundo back off just as he takes some trade damage from Darius.
I will say, I find it a pretty big gamble that Wukong and Vayne both started with the Doran's Blade instead of some sustain, especially with non-healing partners.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hecarim
And
coming in.
there's two of them.
Hecarim getting the clone, but
Wukong
Hecarim's
goes
still
down.
picking it up. Just enough for Darius's lead. Lundo's going to have to come out and stay by that tower. But I find that interesting on Ezreal as well, because the extra damage is nice. Oh,
wait
Hecarim's
a
going in
minute.
for the kill on Dr.
Hecarim
Mundo.
may not begin. Hecarim may take him down.
I don't think it's going to happen. There's too much slow, too many towers in the way, and Dr. Mundo is going to get out of that with little help. Rune Prison on Vlad. Not much happening there. Going back bot. At least on my screen.
Vladimir back to turn. Yeah, something I've noticed just by watching these past few minutes. Some risks have been taken, but otherwise, the two teams seem to be fairly evenly matched for coming from someone who hasn't watched Purple Team play. They're really putting up a fight.
They are. Oh, the Rune Prison and Hecarim going in.
And it looks like Hecarim is shot down, but Vladimir is killed by Rise.
Rise is barely making it out of there. That was an excellent ultimate from Vladimir. And an Ignite.
Rise will back.
It's going to help even out that gold differential, but we're getting to a point where we're about 1,000 gold difference, and it's starting to snowball on them. Purple team has got to start making up a little bit of ground. We're only 7 minutes in, not making any predictions on it, but just to allow for more ground.
Even 1,000 gold, I will not.
Flash just got burned on top. Wukong splash.
I won't take too much comment for the gold difference just yet. If it starts stretching out to 2K before the 10-minute mark, then we might have to.
Darius never put down his ward. Dr. Mundo is coming back in up top.
Darius might be in trouble.
Ooh, there's the ultimate from Wukong, and
and
everything coming from...
Dr. Mundo. Snipes him down. Darius kills Wukong, but Dr. Mundo takes her back.
That was an excellent, excellent move by Darius. He knew he was going to die. He stayed there. He kept dishing damage on Wukong and could finish it off with the Noxine Guillotine. That was an excellent play by Darius, even with the death. Ooh, and Rise is going to get his blue buff. He needs that a lot to keep him in lane. And that could be very detrimental to Vladimir.
Alright guys, I am seeing y'all on chat, Twitch chat, and yeah, it appears to be lagging. Image is lagging for me too. I am running the show from my laptop, but I have everything up on my desktop, and I'm feeling your pain right about now. It should smooth itself out if I have to have the stream and lower the quality just a little bit so we can get some steady stream here. I'll check back in a few minutes. Blue team's trading back and forth, some damage on bot, and ooh, Vladimir taking a little bit of damage from Rise.
Both teams playing kind of defensively, kind of pushing out. Much more push out from the blue team, and lots of damage going on to Vladimir. Mundo camping up top, trying to chunk Darius down a little bit here and there. Keep him away from that CS. Wukong putting quite a bit of damage on there.
And they're going after Darius again. They're chasing after Darius and gets the
down goes Vayne.
Oh,
Darius getting the
Wukong
knocking
down,
but he's going to go down to Mundo again.
once again, coming back. for that revenge kill.
Ezreal under tower trying to get Nuno. But he's going to have to back away from that.
Blue
Ooh.
could grab the tower right now. On bot.
We are going to have a trade for mid.
There we go.
We're just about to see the first tower of the game, but Mundo had to back off from that, taking too many tower shots.
And Hecarim, unbeknownst to him, rising back up. Coming back up to lane to fight another day, and it looks like Dr. is going to run back. And their bot towers are about 50% health. And it looks like their mid's on almost full, so got a little bit of progress here by the blue team.
Okay. My game appears to have frozen for some reason.
I'm looking at the stream yet, and it is.
No, I mean my actual game has frozen.
The game is frozen.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. I don't know what's going on, to tell you the truth.
Well, folks, we have some interesting tech problems today, don't we? Oh, it looks like you have a 3v2, and it doesn't look like Garrett's going to take it. Dr. Musto is running into a few issues with rising up the mid. Help out. Looks like Wukong will be going down. And he dies in the turret to take down Dr. Musto.
And Rise is in a bad position. He took a couple turret shots.
And he's pretty much down. Look at that. Vladimir comes up. We have 3 for 2 trade. Not bad. Not bad. Looks like purple team has kept the gap held. Roughly 1,500 gold. And we are approaching 13 minutes. So we are still pretty even in this game right now.
Hecarim going aggressive in mid.
Hecarim actually taking more damage than dealing. Am I losing that? Wukong taking the risk, jumping out there, trying to keep up the farm. Wukong is falling behind just by a little bit. They're the same level, but he's falling out behind in CS. That might become a problem later in this game.
Wukong bursting his, or using the splash there, going back in with Cloud Strike and the ultimate.
You might get it. And it looks like Garrett's going down. Wukong. And it looks like.
Oh, that was an excellent pull.
Oh, it looks like
down goes Rise.
Vladimir.
Seismoid heading up the top, taking a lot of damage from that Wukong. But he is almost out of mana. There goes the ult.
Oh.
Down goes Wukong.
Looks like
Mundo is coming in to try and fix that.
Not willing to die,
pushed
but
up.
a little bit too deep for him. We have some trade down here. Oh, and Lux goes down. I believe that's for the first time this match. No, second time this match.
Yep. She got caught out early.
And first tower of the game goes to purple.
Down goes top tower.
That is one tier 1 tower down for blue.
We're honestly seeing lots and lots of kill trades in this game. Lots of deaths. We're only 15 minutes in. There's already been 21 kills. Ooh.
And it looks like Purple is also, with all these kills, taking a very slight lead in terms of gold, as we saw earlier with Blue. Whoa, what just happened? My apologies, guys. That happens every once in a while with my computer. Yeah, I'm getting a new computer, so no longer will we be having these problems.
Pretty much. We've had some technical difficulties, as I've said before. I have issues with my internet service provider, and right now I would be streaming this from my house, from my gaming computer, but I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with it right now.
Oh, diving the tower.
Down
Down
goes
it
Glad.
goes, and there goes my connection again. And Ekram gets out a lot, does not get out of time. Oh,
Actually,
God.
that was excellent teamwork.
He goes down. Shot
I don't know if that was necessarily a good ult from Hecarim there. I'm not entirely sure. And Wukong is going to come in and try and pick up Hecarim.
Yeah, he's going to take down Hecarim.
That was a very dangerous play, especially if Rise would have got that rune prison on him.
Absolutely, and
they're just going to dive the tower anyways.
Yeah, he's taken down.
Ooh, Darius going to the tower.
Oops. They're staying there a little bit too long.
And we are at roughly a tied game at 17 minutes in. Lots of kills going to both teams. 1 tower, 2 purple.
I'm beginning to look at the builds that are going down over there at the bottom of the screen, and I'm seeing some interesting things. Me personally, I don't see too many Vampire Scepters on Wukong, but Vladimir, I'm seeing Hex Tech Revolver, Giant Spell getting that sustain, Fane with a Bloodthirster, Ezra with a Bloodthirster. I'm seeing some pretty good builds here. What do you think, Austin?
I'd have to agree. I do often see the Vampiric Scepter on Wukong. A lot of people do that. Turn it into BT for some sustain. A lot of people pick up some armor at that point. So Wukong is very hard to put down. Quite a bit of sustain.
One blue team member down. And Wukong
They're trying to push that tower
trying
down.
to get it.
They're going to dive it.
Is not large enough, and Wukong cannot dive that.
Hecarim making out with.
If he had his E up, he might have been able to get away.
Honestly, Hecarim made it out of there with 150 health. That's a lucky Hecarim. Darius is going to come in, try and make something happen. He's going to get chunked immediately.
Purple is trying to get that second tower in mid lane. Trying to get a strike on that bot tower, but Blue just keeps shoving him back over and over again. You don't see a whole lot of progress down there.
Both teams does have a ward, and Darius is coming in, but it's not going to be able to do anything with that.
Yeah, look, Purple has also got that higher place warded, so they will see anything headed their way.
Oh, Lux trying to get the deep ward. Mundo debating whether or not to go in.
Probably not a great idea. Let's take a chunk out of Lux's. Blue team is going for Dragon. Purple will not be able to get there in time, but they might be able to pick up a killer too. Blue team is playing Dragon. First Dragon of the game. Purple team dominating.
That Nunu ult, it looked really good for Purple for just a second, and the rest of Blue showed up and started focusing them down. Vladimir's going to pick up a double kill, but he is also going to go down first aid. Oh no, sorry, Wukong was alive. My bad. Turned into a 5v4. Did not go for the team's way, but it gave Wukong free tower harass.
As they were all down there, and it looks like tier 2 towers will go down.
Wukong, an excellent split pusher. Lots of escapes. Definitely a good choice. Ezreal's going to try and get rid of that tier 1 tower in bot lane. And he's going to succeed.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, we have 2 towers each for Purple and Blue. but blue seems to be pulling ahead in gold with almost a 3K difference. That's really starting now. The purple can't pick it up. They gotta really get the CS in and make that up.
They do have to get that CS in, but if they keep split pushing the way they were, they could honestly pull this out without a gold advantage pretty easily. This game is about the gold. It's all about the CS, and it's about playing correctly, though, too. It's a little more gold heavy because if you do get the items, you do more of the damage, and it's a lot easier. But at the same time, if they can keep pushing towers down, splitting, and they're going to be able to start getting inhibitors, and that's going to put on a lot of pressure towards blue. Blue's got to be very careful with that.
Yeah, Ezreal going off on burning the flash up there in mid lane. They're just kind of chilling around their towers. Not really doing it. Purple's just going for it. It is. Oh. Slowly making progress.
Purple wants to close that gold gap. They want to put down as many towers as they can. Close that gold gap as quickly as possible.
They will get the tower.
That's an excellent choice by Stim to bail out away from that tower. And the rest of the blue team is coming in.
And we now have ourselves Lux is going down. Get that Wukong all in there.
Lux got caught out of position, got exhausted, and just is going to go down. I don't believe they're going to be able to catch Ezreal. It's a bit too slippery of an ADC. The rest of blue team's coming in to back him up. Blue going to try and defend that tower.
You see blue team in one giant mob coming straight for him. And it looks like they might get... Oh, they are going to.
Vladimir uses it. Vladimir is going to go down. Wukong heading up top to try and thin out that minion wave. And it's a pretty even trade for him at this point, this juncture, as you would put it. But blue team is gonna try and push as much into bot lane as they can.
Looks like they're gonna risk the turret. Why is he worth it? As Dr.
Hecarim for Vayne.
Right takes down blue. Shut down. It looks like blue might get that. Natural third turret has been destroyed.
Yep. And this is something to be said about blue team, as I've seen before.
Absolutely.
The issue with blue team is, it's not an issue, I don't mean that at all. That sounded bad. I guess the benefit of blue team, of how they play, is they capitalize on everything. If you have one bad team fight, they're going to take as much as they possibly can. They capitalize on every encounter they have. Even when they lose, they tend to capitalize on it. For example, early in the game, the Darius for Wukong. Darius knew he was going to die, so Darius stayed there, focused his damage, and ended up picking it up with the Noxian Guillotine. They capitalize, and that's really, really important. That is the best option in this game.
I've been told that my mic might be a little low. Can everyone hear me out there? Can you hear me, Austin?
I can hear you, but we're also talking in Skype right now, so I can hear you a bit better.
It's true, guys. If my mic is going issue, please let me know.
You can also turn the game sounds down a bit, that might help you.
I will go ahead and do that and I can get the screen on. Work that.
Purple team pushing down mid. But they are not going to be able to do much. Blue team just destroying minion waves.
Nope, my bad. Let's grab that hole. Another team fight ensues. Without even trades all across the board.
Horse Thief Jack is gonna go down. Megalo is also gonna go down. Vayne picking up the triple kill. Quadra kill.
Oh, quadra kill. And
And there's the pentakill.
wow.
Purple team
Oh, going to Vayne.
pentakill.
Wow.
Congratulations, Vayne, on the pentakill. I feel bad for blue team Vayne being a hyper carry, and they
You don't see that
are
too
going to lose this tower, possibly the second tower too. But that was an excellent play. Oh, they are pushing the inhibitor. I completely forgot about top lane. They're going to push that top inhibitor. They're going to put a lot of pressure on blue team.
That is a smart
And with
move.
the
They have
new-
the minions up there to do it.
Blue team's turret has been
And
destroyed.
they're not going to stick around for that inhibitor with 4 members of blue team up.
No way.
Definitely a good idea. They do not want to lose their advantage right now.
And it looks like they're going for blue buff. And blue has signaled. Blue signaled Dragon, but
I
they
don't-
also seem to be heading up towards Baron.
They could be just trying to force a ward on it, or they could be forcing a Baron. And I
Not
don't
sure
know.
what they're doing.
It looks like they're going to try and force a Baron fight. And I've seen them do this tactic before.
Purple
It's come
is
out on
standing
top.
there, waiting so patiently. Blue's gonna back off.
And it's probably, once again, a better choice for them. They didn't get the reaction that they wanted out of purple team. They didn't have pink wards. So it's much better for them to back off, try and push top out to delay the siege minions for as long as possible. Then they've got to get mid and they've got to make something happen. Put down more members of purple team.
Yeah, blue. You know, you mentioned this before, actually. Purple can still pull out quite well off, even with slight gold disadvantage. And you're seeing this right now. I mean, they just scored an ace and a pentakill to Vayne.
We're at a point where the gold differential is so small that it's probably not going to be a very big issue for them. Wukong going in for initiation, jumping out with the clone. Purple is going to try and force another team fight.
And
But
they trade. Right at Vayne. Oh, they trade two
so
more
far, a
members.
completely even trade.
Remember,
Purple having an extra member up, and Ezreal will stay too long. Now, all left to defend is Lux. And
Lux
she can honestly do that.
Yeah, Lux is about 3/4. She can do that.
Oh,
And
but
they're
Lux
just
can
gonna go
hit.
for her. And ace. Second ace in a row.
Lux should not have placed that ward.
Yeah,
She
should
put
have
herself
run
out of
in.
position. I understand the idea behind it. I do that a lot when I back out. But that was dangerous ward to try and get down. And
Yeah,
it
that was not worth
got her
the
caught
risk.
out of position.
Definitely not worth the risk. Blue team.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Inhibitor
Top
gets
inhibitor.
destroyed. They're coming back.
Top hitter going down. Mundo getting the cleaver. Wukong trying to initiate on this. That
Nope.
was
That was
not,
bad. Wukong did
not necessarily the smartest because his team was a bit too far away.
Yeah.
And Vlad's going to go down too.
Blue is trying to pull back. They're trying to catch up to Luna when they encounter Nunu. Still trying
That-
to wear
gotta be
down to the
careful.
point of death. See, Heckram's just still dishing out damage. He barely has any health left.
Like I said, Seth but at that point had to be very, very careful. They didn't know if Mundo had his ult up. He did, and they could bait that pretty easily. And blue team is going to go in and try and force this dragon. And I do believe they're going to get it uncontested, especially with Ryze putting pressure on mid, so that could end very badly for him.
Slain the dragon.
But Purple's not going to chase. He's going to get out of there scot-free.
Yeah, for purple,
And-
if purple chased that would have been a wise on their part. Not worth
Ooh, that was an excellent ult by Sethanoid, but he probably should not have done that. It's such low health.
it. Oh,
They're gonna
blocked
be able to
by
burst
Ryze,
Vayne
and They're
now.
going to try and... Actually, yeah, they will get him. They'll take him down.
Yep.
There we go. Bang,
Oh,
purple is starting to catch up.
Purple's actually,
Blue's
kill-wise,
starting
they
to
are
catch
in
up.
the lead. Tower-wise, they are in the lead, and they are only 2k gold down. But Purple's got to stop getting caught out. Or blue team's going to be able to push this back.
It looks like blue might be able to get that back. You see that Blood Salt streaming across the sky. Not going to be able to necessarily take anyone down with it. Right then, purple is chasing. Darius is in trouble.
Purple's going to be able to pick it out. But the thing is, like I said, they ended up getting into bad positioning with that just a little bit. But,
goes down.
Wukong going down in a tower. Vladimir getting chunked real hard. Darius taking lots of tower shots there. The Ruined Prison going in, and they're going to take that tower.
Alright, they're evening the playing field slowly but surely. Blue has not taken out an inhibitor yet, but they'll probably get one next game.
Darius getting caught out with the vision there. And you were saying how they evened it up kind of. I'd honestly right now have to give advantage purple team. Because purple team does have that inhibitor. And while the gold is actually going back towards blue team now. With that inhibitor, there's a lot of pressure on them to defend base. Not as much as if they had a second inhibitor down. But I do believe that is purple's goal. They're going to try and force the mid inhibitor as soon as they can. And that's going to be even more pressure, mid being the shortest lane, quickest travel time for minions.
Blue will be pushing right back as they have taken down one more tower in that mid lane than purple team has taken down of their tower. So they'll both be gunning for that mid lane and their towers in the next couple minutes. Ezreal stretching maybe a bit too far, a little damage is traded. Luxalt going off.
Vladimir getting caught out, but he's going to be able to pull away. With the Wukong ult knocking people up, and they're going to be stuck inside of Nunu.
And
blue
the
team's
first
getting jumped.
So the team fight goes to Vayne. Oh! More taken down. Darius, Wukong, Lux, all going down.
Vayne is going to go down, their main point of damage. Still 3v2. I don't know. Oh, a perfect
kill.
barrier by Horse Thief Jack. Perfect barrier.
Nunu will come away alive, but definitely not unscathed, as he has less than 250 health.
Nunu's going to have to defend the towers while Ezreal and Ryze get to push. But as I said, that was an excellent barrier by Horse Thief Jack that gave him that kill. And Horse Thief Jack is
going
flash.
for it. Bam, ace.
We got 6 seconds on the clock. They've got to take down this and hit this tower immediately.
And they will.
Horse Thief Jack is going to try and take the inhibitor, but Wukong is going to be up, and soon the rest of the team is going to be up. Vayne is up. 4 seconds on Joe and Vlad.
That stuck around a bit too long, and he might get taken down. Yeah, he will get taken down.
Oh, the damage on Vayne. Good lord, that damage. Lux is in a bad position, but she saw it. She's going to leave, and purple is going to retain vision supremacy on Baron with the purple ward and zero vision from blue. And they can. Without Ezreal, there's not a lot they can do. They just lost vision also. And Baron is going down quite quickly.
Blue team knows it. They're going in for it.
Oh,
so close. Not quite.
Satanoid taking a lot of damage. Ryze, though, picking up the kill on Vayne.
Ryze, Hecarim being taken down. Vladimir going down. Looks like Wukong might be going down. Ooh, Wukong might get away. Nope. Darius takes him down before he can kill himself. Still, the kills are, it's pretty even. Still 37, 38, just one off.
And they're doing the right thing. Every time they're putting down that Vayne as fast as possible. But for blue team, it just tends not to be enough.
I'm looking at.
You also have to look at that fight. They went in with a bit of a disadvantage. Ezreal wasn't with him, he wasn't alive, and they still came out pretty good for not having one of their team members with them.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest trade, to say the least, but to go in 4v5 and take out 3 of them and only lose 3 of yours, that's really good. They didn't get the Barons, they didn't get the steals, but, you know, just saying, that was a good combination of skill on their part.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. They did a great job of getting in there, taking out the biggest threat, which for them is probably Vayne, and then just demolishing them. Trade, it was pretty alright. Yeah, I'm just, you commented on Vayne's amount of, just sheer amount of damage. Looking down here, seeing a whole lot,
Purple team has slain the dragon.
140 attack damage, critical strike chance is up at 55%. That calls for some wicked damage.
Teamfight is trying to happen, but the problem is Ryze is out of position, they slowed him down. The laser coming in, not doing a lot of damage. The Hecarimon coming in, fearing a lot of them. But the problem is, it's just not enough damage. And Hecarim is getting kited, he's gonna go down, as is Wukong, but a double kill for Vayne. A triple kill for Vayne. Quadra kill for Vayne.
Oh, please tell me that Lux gets caught by Vayne, so we can have another Penta.
You're a caster. Be impartial.
I know, it's still kind of deep.
It would have been actually pretty.
It would have been pretty
amazing
cool.
to see.
Pretty cool.
Pentakills.
I'm not rooting for either team, but I'm not gonna lie.
I know,
Having
give
two
it to
pentakills by the same person would have been pretty awesome.
Pentakills not often seen. Having 2 pentakills seen by the same person in the same game would have been quite a spectacle. Mundo is going to tank that tower with his ultimate, and they have plenty of time to do this. Lux is not going to do enough damage. They're going to have plenty of time to take down that inhibitor. Vlad's going to have to back, unless he gets sniped.
And we see 5 seconds left on the clock before
There's it. They're not going to be able to push top inhibitor back down again, and the wave is pushing towards purple top. But with all 3 towers and inhibitor top up, not really a big deal. They've just got to put down that inhibitor again, though, and get that pressure completely on blue.
So at this late in the game, we're just over 38 minutes in. You willing to
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
make a comment on who you think might pull out in this game?
Honestly, I really can't say. The kills aren't very far apart. There's a 1k gold difference, purple versus blue. And the only thing I can say is purple tends to be winning their team fights a little more. It's just a little more each time, and that's normally giving them the pushing power. That's how they put down that middle inhibitor. If they can win another team fight with 2 people left standing with an ace, they can push down that top inhibitor, or say they leave someone like Lux. They can push down that top inhibitor again, and bot lane is just, at this point, for purple team, kind of been abandoned. They haven't gotten a real good chance to go down there. So they've just been focusing top and mid, and I kind of got to give it to them right now. They've just been coming out on top on the trades, and they tend to be taking inhibitors when they come up on top of the trades.
I might have to side with you on this one, but also I'm a little hesitant because blue keeps coming up, back up and again. Even when you think they might be just slightly out of the game, they came out and took out that mid inhibitor turret. I keep seeing them stretch. Oh, and we have another team fight. So again, that
Nunu going off.
Just
Sethanoid. Oh, Sethanoid picking up Vayne. Ryze picking up Wukong. Darius picking up Nunu. And they're going to try and put down Dr. Mundo.
Mundo is
That's
one
an
hard
ace.
customer to try and take down.
Vladimir.
Bulk all over the place. He has regen on him, which makes him extremely difficult to hit.
Vladimir gonna get away with a pull. Ezreal and Darius not enough health to dive him, but they will take that mid inhibitor, which takes a lot of pressure off them, except for the fact that there's a big minion wave in there. So they are going to take this time. They're going to try and push the center towers down. So Vladimir is trying to defend as much as he can, putting down Darius. Ezreal going to go down to the tower, but Vlad is also down.
Goes down, and they're going to have to wait another approximately 10 seconds for their team to come up. Blue, this is what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. Blue just keeps coming back, just like saying, no, we are not quite done yet.
That's true. Like I said, I've seen Blue team play lots of times. Seen him take on lots of people, and I never count them out. I was just at the time looking at the score, kind of giving it to purple team because, as I said, they normally come out on the team fights. They did not come out on that team fight, and it cost them that mid tip and a lot of pressure. But purple team's top wave is pushing towards blue again, causing some pressure, but since there are no siege minions, not a lot. Hecarim's able to just slice through those minions.
And something else happened during all the action. The purple minions have taken down blue's tier 2 turret.
Purple going for another Baron. There is no vision from blue team at all. Oh no, I'm sorry, there is a ward, but no one's going to get there in time. Ezreal going off, not going to be connecting. Chunking the minions a little bit up top, but purple has another Baron. Depending on how that fight, the next team fight goes, we could be seeing GG. And we just saw a ping from somebody sending them back to trying to get blue team to go back towards the inhibitor, and that's honestly the smartest choice they have right now. They've just got to turtle until they can wait out the Baron buff, because that's giving purple a huge advantage. Setting them up.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
Down goes the dragon to purple team.
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Blue team gonna get the mid pressure alleviated from them immediately, allowing blue minions to start pushing down again. And honestly, both of these teams, very skilled. We're at 43 minutes into a game. They've kept up pace, both sides to each other, for the entirety of the game. We're back at a minute goal differential again. Kills are only 1 to blue team. Towers being only 1 to purple.
Blue is sitting there and waiting for him.
They're going to try and get somebody walking through that jungle, but it's not going to happen, so blue's going to leave that. And I'm wondering if we're going to get to such a point where people start selling boots just to get that final damage item, just to try and get that push.
They might, and there's one person from each side who has that separate slot. Blue's gonna almost appears to. Oh, blue should have snuck in. They're going for it.
They're gonna try the base race. They are gambling it right now because they are just a bit ahead of purple team. That's a lot of damage on the purple tower. They're going to try and force down the Nexus as much as they can.
That may not be game blue, but it's pretty
not yet.
Or till Nexus pops. There we go.
And down goes Nexus. Good lord.
That was a risky move. Hey, guess what? It kind of paid off right there.
That was a phenomenal risk for a phenomenal